That we're getting in on the militants having attacked the police in Kulgam. We were earlier reporting that 3 policemen were grievously injured. Unfortunately, now news coming in that 2 policemen have lost their life. Now, this is a martyrdom, yet another martyrdom that we're looking at. 2 policemen having lost their life, 1 still grievously injured as we speak. This is an appalling attack by militants that has taken place at the police in Kulgam. We, of course, have seen in the past few months an increased number of attacks from militants that coming in from across the border. Several infiltration bids that have been foiled by the army as well. But unfortunately, this is a loss of life that has come in for us yet again. Our principal correspondent, Arish Bilal, with those details. Arish, please go ahead.
Well, just a while ago, we had reported that 4 policemen had been critically injured in that attack in Kulgam, which was carried by the militants on a police sortie, and now we are being told that 2 policemen have succumbed to their injuries while they were being rushed to the hospital because they had received the bullets above the belt in their chest area. So they could not bear the injuries, and we are told that they have succumbed to their injuries. Remember, and this attack took place in the Kulgam market when a police convoy was passing through that area, because, as I mentioned earlier, that today is Friday and the apprehensions of law and order situation are very high after the Friday prayer. So this being the reason that there was thick presence of police and CRPF men in Kulgam area. And militants seem to have taken advantage of this, and they targeted this police party, of whom 4 were injured. 2 of them have been, they were critically injured. They have now succumbed to their injuries, but yet the security forces have launched a massive combing operation in the area to track their assailants.
Arish, what are the security forces here telling you for the moment? Have they been able to ascertain how many militants involved in this attack?
Well, we have been talking to the police officers in that area. We are told that at least 2 to 3 militants were involved in that attack. Because remember, in South Kashmir, we have seen that militants have indulged in these shoot and school tactics for the last some time now. And this is another such attack where the militants have hit and run from the spot. So right now we are told that
this being a huge concern there, Arish. The militants have managed to escape there. The combing operations, of course, on, but this is yet another shoot and scoot incident that we're looking at. Let's get in a word here. An independent voice, General Bakshi, with us over the phone line. Thanks for being with us, sir. The concerns here being raised in this attack, should there be a question being asked of the policemen being caught unawares? Would that be fair to ask? Because this is yet another militant attack at the end of the day, where we're looking at 2 policemen having lost their lives.
Firstly, I'm saddened by the loss of lives of our policemen. I would like to pay my personal tribute to those who have laid down their lives. The fact of the matter is, Pakistan has tried to push in about 200 infiltrators in the recent months in a concerted effort to up the ante in Jammu and Kashmir, try and escalate the violence as much as possible. And though about 70 to 80% of these people, of the terrorists that Pakistan has tried to, infiltrate, have been intercepted on the borders, it is humanly, physically impossible to hermetically seal the border. And you will find that 10, 15, 20% will get through always because of the very nature of the terrain and the difficult nature of the terrain and the fact that every year the fence gets damaged due to heavy snowfall and it has to be repaired. Some can sneak in. Those who do sneak in and who have sneaked in, well, they are a lurking danger in your backyard. And we have to now intensify efforts to hunt them down, generate intelligence on these, tag these outfits, and eliminate them at the earliest. Otherwise, you cannot guarantee that they will not be able to detect some weak spot here and there, some lax police party or some logistical element of the army or the paramilitary or the police, and just shoot and scoot. Inflict casualties and just run like hell. We must use tracker dogs. I think, especially in the valley, tracker dogs are quite useful. I'm slightly surprised why their use is going out of fashion. They must be employed to track these people down, hunt them down, and kill them at the earliest, so that they do not pose a threat to the security of the people of the valley as also our security forces.
Right.
And at the same time, we should be very alert on the frontiers, on the line of control, and any Pakistani...
That's right. Please stay with us. Please stay with us, General. Also getting a word here from Commodore GJ saying, thank you for being with us this afternoon, sir. Do you think in this state of heightened vigil, an attack of this sort should have really come through? We're, of course, looking at multiple infiltration bids having been foiled by the army already. But right now, in that attack on the police, we've already lost 2 policemen.
Yes, I have been always advocating that what India needs to do now is to make a wholesome approach towards Pakistan. As far as I think whatever best army can do is doing already. You see, but the army's best is not proving to be good enough to stop these kinds of, problems and the attacks, terror attacks, which are taking place every other day on our line of control. So therefore, the government needs to recalibrate. It needs to revise its approach towards Pakistan and make what I call a singular, one wholesome approach, like, one body to resist Pakistan on all levels, even diplomatically, trade, and other, movements like Aman Ki Asha and exchange of singers and artists. Because if you do not put the wholesome as one singular body, the effect of the army gets reduced, it gets fizzled out, and Pakistan does not seem to be learning a lesson. So I think we got to wise the whole thing, because what is now happening is it is acting like a broken focus. With one hand, you are giving very heavy retribution to Pakistan. But on the other hand, you are shaking hands with him and permitting his so-called Sartaj Aziz, who is the foreign affairs advisor.
Right, of course, the demand being raised that he not be called in as a guest of honor for the Heart of Asia conference later in December. As the guest of honor there in Punjab where the conference takes place. But General Bakshi, would you be in agreement with this view that's coming in from Commodore GJ saying that the army here isn't really doing enough? We continue to suffer casualties. Could there be a sense here that not enough is being done?
I would not entirely agree. I have spent many years fighting in that area. To say that the army is not doing enough, that the army is not interested in saving its own casualties, I think would not be quite correct. The army has been straining every nerve. They have a very difficult job cut out for them, given the nature of the terrain. For anybody to say that, you can stop every single attack, you can stop every this thing. There are times you will get lucky, there are times the other man will get...
Absolutely. Situation on ground continues to remain challenging, irrespective of our state of heightened vigil there. We'll have to leave it at that. General Bakshi, thanks for your view. Commodore GJ saying thank you for those your view on that with Arish Bilal with the inputs. We'll have to leave it at that.